Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the First 15 Accountability Party with me, Melinda B. Powers. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for joining us. So, what we do here is every Monday morning at 9 a.m. until 9:15 a.m., we have accountability. We celebrate our wins from the week before. We talk about something important, and then we set a goal for this week. So if you've been joining us, hopefully your goal from last week, your most impactful item, me time, is your win from last week. All right, so I'm just going to jump into it because that's what I do. So, wins. What I think my win for last week is definitely taking the time to engage on a different platform for my business, which actually helped net me a client, which I'm very happy about. This business has been different from my previous two, so I've had to do some testing and some experimenting to figure out what works for this particular type of business at this time that we're in. And I am figuring some things out. So I'm very happy about that. I'm very happy to work with this client. They are very enthusiastic. They have been doing their thing for a while and they understand the importance of the services I offer. So that's really great to know when there's a good match and a good fit. So I'm really excited about that. And as that progresses, I will be probably reporting in on that here and there because I anticipate that we're going to do some great work together. So that was a big win for me, was landing that client. And it was in an industry I wasn't necessarily targeting. So it's given me some clues as to who else might be in my target audience that I'm not considering. So that's exciting as well. But aside from that, I'm here with you guys today. I'm hoping that you're starting off your Monday on a positive note. And yeah, this is great. So I haven't seen any messages yet. I don't know if anybody's here with us. Chime in if you are. If you're watching live, please feel free to speak in the chat. I'll acknowledge your comments. And it's just always good to know people are listening. All right, so I guess I'll just dive into the pep talk a little bit early, and if someone comes in, then I'll backtrack a little bit and we can capture their win. So, I also wanted to say happy birthday to Ivo. Ivo normally joins us; she's a regular here, but today's her birthday, so I know she's probably not going to be here. She's getting some rest before she goes to work. But happy birthday to Ivo. All right, so for it's going to be more of a pep talk because the blog has been on hold for a minute. And I just want to encourage anyone that's listening to me right now, whether it's live or recorded that you're listening, don't give up. Whatever it is that you're passionate about and that you know is what you're meant to do, don't give up. You may have to adjust how you do it and where and all of that, but don't give up. Just keep trying until you figure it out. It it gets really easy to want to give up because things get tough. Life is not easy. Life is not, life is no crystal stair. And there will come times where you feel so pressed and so squeezed that you don't feel like you have any other choice but to give up. But it's just not the way to go. It's not the way to go. All right, we got TR. Hi, TR. How are you? Survived entertaining some out of town family last week. Okay, good for you. I'm glad you survived. Thank you for being here. Um, but I'm really there. We go. So again, don't give up. Your idea is not bad. You're not, you know, under skilled. Um, there's other things you have to tinker. You're a tester, you're a problem solver, you're a scientist. You have to figure out and troubleshoot until you figure out the answer. And that's just that, because if you quit, you'll never win. That's the 100% guaranteed way you will lose, is if you quit. Um, and I'm speaking from experience, of course, but I mean, in business, this is my third type of business and attempt at business. And it's different for me now because of the things that I've learned and picked up along the way since the first two times. And if anyone has studied business and leadership, then you know that it takes time for you to perfect something and to get it to that level where you want it to be, where it's working like clockwork. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes a lot of mistakes, it takes failure. And please, can we just obliterate the P word? Nothing's perfect. Perfection is not what you should be striving for. It is, getting it out there, trying, making an attempt, continuing to try. There is no perfection. And I'm going to write about that in the near future because it's really got my goat. And I'm reading a book right now about humility and leadership. And the author talks about this a lot, about this idea of perfection that leaders feel pressured to uphold and to demonstrate. But that's not authentic. That's not genuine because we all know no one's perfect. Nobody, none of us. So what are we doing? It's a futile exercise for us to even fake it and pretend like it's even possible. So I don't understand why we're still in that state of mind when it comes to leadership in business, but it doesn't exist. You're going to make mistakes, but that's how you learn. Those are opportunities for growth. So don't discount that. If you're having a hard time right now, I know the job market's a little wonky, a little weird for some. It's not you. And if you feel like it is you, work on the things you think are need to be worked on. It's not that we don't need improvement. We always need improvement. We can always do a little better, and that's fine. But not to the point where you let that to start chipping away at your self-esteem. That's not healthy. So you are enough. You can be whatever you want. You can build up your skills. You can become more adept at whatever you want. But you just got to put the time in. Put the time and effort in. Believe in yourself. Don't listen to people who don't have your best interest at heart. Put your head down and just do it. Don't hurt yourself. You also have to have balance. It's all about balance, really. And that's the other main point. We do have this type of culture. All right, TR says his goal is a perfectionist excellence. Okay, that's a different kind of standard. So what I was going to say is it's about balance. We go really hard in the entrepreneurship realm, and it's all about, grinding, no sleep, girl boss, all this stuff. And it does not factor in our humanity. We are people, we are not machines. We need sleep, we need rest, we need time to reflect. We have to take care of ourselves physically and mentally and emotionally and spiritually throughout this journey. You can't just go hard with no reprieve. It doesn't work. You're going to burn yourself completely out, and then you won't have a choice but to sit down. So take the time to give yourself rest and relief when you can. Schedule it in. I say scheduling, put it in your schedule where you just have 20 minutes where you just get to sit and think, where you're not answering an email or on social media or thinking of the next move or running to a meeting, or give yourself just a moment. Just give yourself some silence. Give yourself some peace. Reflect, visualize. Those are very powerful tools as well. So balance, finding that sweet spot. You're going to go back and forth from excess to, lack till you find that sweet spot. And you can't maintain the sweet spot permanently. You're going to wobble, but it's about the time it takes for you to recover. So if you find yourself leaning too far, the time that it takes for you to recognize it and make an adjustment is the most important part. Because you could just stay and continue to go till you hit a rock bottom. Or you could kind of veer over like, oh, wait, you know what? I think I'm doing a little too much of XYZ. Let me correct that. And you may send you a little bit too far in the other direction. And you correct that till you find that more comfortable middle ground, or even just in the realm of the middle ground. But you're never going to toe that middle ground line perfectly. It's just not for long. If you do find it, it's not permanent. Nothing's permanent. The only certainty is change in life. And we're not always responsible for what those changes are or when they occur. So, with all that being said, we're already to the last 5 minutes. I say this every week. It comes so quickly, right? It's the me time. So, me time, that's our goal setting portion of the call where we talk about what our main goal is. And it doesn't have to be huge, it can be getting the laundry done. And I mean, like, washed, dried, folded, and put away. That could be your goal. Maybe you always get the wash dried and then everything ends up on a chair or in a basket and you're fishing out a basket for 2 or 3 weeks. Maybe your goal today would be, or this week would be, to get that laundry done to completion. Or it may not be you doing it. You may say, okay, this is the week I send the laundry out and I don't do it. So it does get done the way it needs to get done. That's a goal too. So whatever your me time is for this week, no matter how large or small, I mean, it could be landing a huge business deal. It could be painting a room. It could be finally going to, make all your doctor's appointments, whatever that is for you. That's what me time is. That it would just make you feel so accomplished and complete if you just got it done this week. And we want to be able to celebrate with you next week when you get it done. And even if you don't persecute yourself. It's not an opportunity to beat yourself up. It's an opportunity to say, okay, I didn't quite hit the mark, but there's always this week. And giving yourself grace helps. Now we can't get off to where we're always giving grace and we're never finishing anything. Like, you gotta find that correction. But don't beat yourself up too bad, because no one's perfect. So my me time for this week, that's a good one, because I have a few things I could select, but I'm gonna narrow it down real quick. TR, do you have something you want to share? Okay. Your goal is to move most of your stuff to your new place. Okay, congratulations on the new place. Moving. Oof. I am not a fan of moving, but you got to do it sometimes. I hope it's a better place. I hope it's a happy move. I was just thinking about yesterday. I saw a woman on TikTok talk about her celebrating, I think it was like the 7th anniversary of her buying her house. And I thought about it. I've been in my house. It'll be 11 years on the 26th. And I had moved so much in my adult life before that point. This is the longest I've lived anywhere besides growing up, with my parents. So that's a big deal for me. And I don't look to move anytime soon, not permanently at least. But my me time, I got 2 minutes. Let's see. What am I gonna pick? Definitely getting some things in order as far as the administrative side of my business. Just tightening up some things and getting out some more offers, and I'm narrowing my scope on target audiences. I'm experimenting. This is a test. So I'm going to focus, because I have a legal background. I'm still a licensed attorney in Florida. I just don't practice right now. I don't intend to anymore, but I am going to start offering my services to law firms, because I do believe that they could utilize my services, and I have an understanding of the legal profession. So I wouldn't be going in without having that understanding of how a law firm should work or can work. And I also can bring in more innovative ideas, because the law profession is so traditional and it has not changed very much in probably centuries, we'll say decades. And I could offer some fresh perspective as well. So that's my goal, is to definitely get some offers out on that side. I have a nice little list that I'm going to address as far as that's concerned. So that's definitely one of the goals for this week. But on the fun side, tomorrow I'm actually going out of town. I am going to a concert. I'm going to see Corinne Bailey Rae. This is my first time seeing her live. I've been a fan of hers for many years, and since she started. I guess that was like 2003, 2002. So this will be my first time seeing her perform live. I'm really excited. I'm traveling out of town to do that. So this will be fun. And it's a city I've never been to before. So I'm really looking forward to it. So maybe I'll have a cool story next week about my trip. But with that, we've reached the end of our time. Thank you so much. Thank you, TR, for contributing. Thank you, everyone, for being here or watching the recording. I appreciate you. And we'll see you next week. Bye.